Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to the Learning Lab, the show where we help you learn English in a way that actually feels fun and easy and real. I'm James, and I am so happy you are here with us today.
And I'm Jenny. Welcome, everyone. Whether you are listening on your way to work, eating breakfast, or maybe, like James, lying on the sofa doing absolutely nothing productive.
Okay, wow. We are 30 seconds in, and Jenny is already coming after me. That is a new record. But okay, fine, yes, I was lying on the sofa when I was reviewing today's notes. But here's the thing. I had a cup of coffee in my hand, so it was still productive. Coffee counts. Coffee always counts.
That is a very creative way to think about it, James.
Thank you. I work hard on my thinking. Anyway, today's episode is a really great one, and I honestly think it is one of the most useful topics we have ever done on this show. Today, we're talking about daily routines. Specifically, how to talk about your daily routine in English. What words do you use? What sentences? How do you describe what you do every single day in a way that sounds natural and easy and confident?
And this is a topic that sounds simple, right? Like, oh, I wake up, I eat breakfast, I go to work. But actually, when you start trying to say it in English, there are so many small things to learn. The vocabulary, the grammar, the little connecting words that make it sound natural. It is more interesting than people think.
Exactly. And before we jump in, if you're new here, welcome. We are so glad you found us. Please hit that subscribe button right now because every week we bring you fun, easy English lessons just like this one, and we do not want you to miss a single episode. Subscribing is free, it takes 2 seconds, and it really, truly helps our little show grow. Okay, let's go. All right, Jenny, let's start at the very beginning. What does daily routine actually mean? Let's make sure everyone is on the same page before we go further.
Great idea. So a daily routine, the word daily means every day, and routine means the things you do regularly, the things you do in the same order, the same way, almost every single day. So your daily routine is basically your normal day, the things you do from when you wake up to when you go to sleep.
Yes, like for example, every morning I wake up, I go to the kitchen, I make coffee. I do not think about it, I don't plan it, I just do it. That's my routine. It's the same every day. And actually, here's a funny thing about me. If I do not have coffee in the morning, I'm like a completely different person. I mean, how do I put this? I become very quiet and a little bit angry, and I walk around the house like a confused ghost.
That is actually a perfect description.
My family agrees, unfortunately.
So yes, a routine is the regular pattern of your day. And in English, when we talk about routines, we use what's called the simple present tense. This is very important. So instead of saying, I am waking up at 7, we say, I wake up at 7. Instead of, I am eating breakfast, we say, I eat breakfast. Simple, clean, easy.
And this is actually one of the most common grammar mistakes that learners make, using the wrong tense when talking about habits and routines. So this is gold right here, people. Write this down. Simple present tense for routines. Okay, so let's actually walk through a full day together. Like, let's describe a typical day step by step and teach the vocabulary as we go. Jenny, you want to start? What is the very first thing that happens in a day?
The first thing is you wake up. I wake up at 6 o'clock, or maybe 7, or maybe for some people 9. No judgment here.
No judgment at all. I personally believe that sleeping in on weekends is a basic human right, and I will not be told otherwise.
Okay, so you wake up, and then there are a few things that usually happen right after. You might get up, which means you actually get out of bed and stand on your feet. Sometimes people wake up, but they don't get up right away. They stay in bed for a little while.
Oh, I know this feeling so well. You wake up, you look at the ceiling, and you think, do I really have to get up? What if I just stayed here forever? And then your alarm goes off again, and you remember that life is waiting for you.
That is very relatable, James. So wake up, get up, then what? Usually people go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. These are really common morning actions.
And I love these phrases because they're so simple and so useful. I brush my teeth. Subject, verb, Object. Done. Perfect sentence. Beautiful. You can use it right now, today, immediately. And by the way, here's a little challenge for our listeners. After this episode, try to describe your morning in English. Just 5 or 6 simple sentences. I wake up at 7. I brush my teeth. I eat breakfast. Try it. Say it out loud. You'll be surprised how good it feels.
That's a great challenge. And speaking of breakfast, I eat breakfast is another very common routine phrase. Or sometimes people say, I have breakfast. Both are correct. I eat breakfast at 7:30, or I have breakfast before I go to work. Easy and natural.
You know, Jenny, this actually reminds me of something. When I was first learning another language, not English, a different one, I remember I was so confused about breakfast because in that language, the word for breakfast literally translated to morning food. And I thought, that's amazing. Why don't we not call it morning food in English? Morning food is such a clear name.
I mean, it is very clear.
It's perfectly logical. Anyway, I went on a little tangent there, sorry. Okay, so we have morning vocabulary. What comes next in the daily routine? After breakfast and getting ready in the morning, most people go to work or school. So we have phrases like, I go to work. I leave the house at 8. I take the bus. I drive to work. I walk to school. All of these are simple and very useful.
And I want to talk about the phrase get ready for a second, because I think it is such a great phrase, and beginners sometimes do not know it. I get ready in the morning. This means you are doing all the things you need to do before you leave the house. Brushing teeth, washing your face, getting dressed, doing your hair, eating breakfast, all of that together is getting ready. I get ready at 7. Simple and natural.
That is a really good one. And here's another great phrase, get dressed. I get dressed after I shower. Very simple, very common. And related to that, I take a shower. Or some people say I take a bath. These are morning routine phrases that almost everyone uses.
Okay, random question. Are you a morning shower person or a night shower person, Jenny?
Morning.
Same. Okay, good. We are compatible as podcast hosts. This is important information.
I feel like if one of us was a night shower person, we would have to have a serious conversation.
I don't think shower timing affects podcast chemistry, James.
You don't know that. Okay, moving on.
So let's talk about what happens during the day, work or school. Some useful phrases here are I start work at 9, I have a meeting, I have lunch at noon, I take a break, I finish work at 5. These are all very common and important phrases.
And I want to highlight take a break because I think it is one of the nicest phrases in English. I mean, just the sound of it. I take a break. It sounds peaceful. It sounds like you deserve it because you do. Everyone deserves a break.
You are very passionate about breaks, James.
I am a break advocate. If there is a job called professional break taker, I would be extremely qualified.
I don't doubt it. Okay, so we also have lunch. I have lunch at 12:30, or you might say I eat lunch. Both work fine. And have a meeting. I have a meeting in the morning, or I have a meeting with my boss. Very useful for work situations.
And for students listening, same idea. I have class at 10. I study in the library. I eat lunch with my friends. I finish school at 3. Super easy sentences that describe a school day in English.
Exactly. And you know, there's actually some interesting research about daily routines and how they affect our brains. A study I read found that having a consistent daily routine, meaning you do the same things at the same time every day, actually reduces stress and helps your brain feel more calm and organized. Because when your brain knows what's coming next, it doesn't have to use energy figuring it out.
Oh, that is so interesting. So basically your brain is like lazy in a good way.
You could say that. It's more like your brain is efficient. It saves its energy for the new and important things.
I love that. My brain is not lazy. My brain is efficient. I'm going to use this the next time someone says I watch too much TV in the evening. No, this is my routine. My brain is being efficient right now. Please respect the process.
That is a very creative application of neuroscience, James.
Short music transition. Okay, let's talk about the evening and nighttime routine now because this is also super important vocabulary. What happens after work or school?
So after work, people often say, I come home or I get home. Both are correct and very natural. I get home at 6. I come home tired. Simple and useful. And then the evening routine begins. Cooking dinner, eating dinner, relaxing.
I cook dinner. I make dinner. Both are fine. And then I eat dinner or I have dinner. And here's a sweet one. I eat dinner with my family. I love that sentence. It sounds so warm and nice.
It really does. And for the evening, we also have I watch TV, I read a book, I listen to music, I take a walk, I exercise. All of these are very common evening activities.
I take a walk. Another beautiful phrase. Jenny, do you take walks in the evening?
Sometimes, when the weather's nice. You?
I want to say yes because it sounds healthy and responsible. The truth is, sometimes I intend to take a walk and then I sit down on the sofa and somehow 45 minutes pass and I've watched 3 episodes of something and eaten a snack I didn't plan to eat.
So you take an emotional walk.
Yes, an internal journey every evening.
And then at the end of the day, we have nighttime phrases. I get ready for bed. I brush my teeth. Yes, again, morning and night. I set my alarm. I go to bed at 10. I fall asleep quickly. Or sometimes I cannot fall asleep, which honestly is also very relatable.
Oh, fall asleep. That's such a great phrasal verb. You fall asleep, like you drop into sleep. I love how English makes sleep sound like an accident. Like one moment you're awake, and then whoops, you fell into sleep.
I never thought about it that way, but yes, that's kind of what happens.
Language is amazing. Every time I think about it, I get excited all over again.
Let's talk about some very useful time expressions now, because when you describe your routine, you need to say when you do things, and there are some really helpful words and phrases.
Yes, this is so important, because saying I eat breakfast is good, but saying I eat breakfast at 7 in the morning is better. It gives the full picture.
Exactly. So time expressions for routines: in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at night. Those are your basic time of day phrases. And then you have specific times: at 7, at noon, at midnight.
And I love the word noon. It just sounds so satisfying. Noon. Noon. It's very round, like the sound is round.
I think I know what you mean.
It's a round word. Some words feel round. Noon, moon, spoon, all round words.
Okay, I want to move forward, but I also can't stop thinking about round words now. Thank you for that, James.
You're welcome.
Other useful time expressions before and after. I drink coffee before breakfast. I take a walk after dinner. These are super simple and they connect 2 activities together, very useful for describing routine sequences.
And every day, every morning, every night. These are great phrases too. I exercise every morning. That sentence is short, it's clear, it tells the listener exactly what you do and when. Perfect.
And there's also usually, always, sometimes, never. These are called frequency adverbs, and they are incredibly useful. I always drink coffee in the morning. I usually go to bed at 10. I sometimes read before sleeping. I never skip breakfast. These words tell people how often you do something.
Oh, I love frequency adverbs. They're like little volume knobs for your sentences. Always is the volume all the way up, never is the volume all the way down, and sometimes and usually you're somewhere in the middle.
That's actually a really good way to think about it.
I have my moments. Okay, I want to do something fun now. Let's do a sample routine together. Like a full example of someone describing their day in English, so our listeners can hear what it sounds like when all of this vocabulary comes together. Jenny, do you want to go first?
Sure. I will describe a typical weekday for me. Okay, I usually wake up at 6:30 in the morning. I get up, go to the bathroom, and wash my face. Then I make coffee and I have a light breakfast, usually just some toast. I leave the house at about 7:45 and I take the bus to work. I start work at 8:30. I have lunch at 12. After work, I get home at around 6. I cook dinner and eat at 7. In the evening, I usually read or listen to a podcast. I go to bed at 10:30.
That is perfect. That is so natural. Did everyone hear that? Short sentences, simple words, clear time expressions, frequency adverbs. That is exactly what a good routine description sounds like in English, and Jenny made it sound completely effortless.
Thank you. Your turn, James.
Okay. I will do mine, and mine is a little less organized than Jenny's, I will be honest. All right, I wake up at 7, or sometimes 7:30, or, okay, fine, sometimes 8. I'm not proud of this. I get up, and I immediately go to the kitchen because I need coffee. I always have coffee before I do anything else. Then I eat breakfast, usually eggs or cereal. I start work at 9, and I usually work from home. I have lunch at 1. I eat whatever's in the fridge. In the afternoon, I have meetings. I finish work around 5 or 6. In the evening, I sometimes go for a walk. I mean to go for a walk. Sometimes I also watch TV and eat snacks. I go to bed at 11, sometimes midnight. My routine is a work in progress.
A work in progress. That is a great phrase, too. Add that to the vocabulary list.
I am a living vocabulary lesson. That's what I am.
I want to share one more thing before we wrap up today, and that is some really useful question phrases. Because knowing how to describe your routine is great, but you also need to know how to ask about someone else's routine. This is great for conversations.
Yes, like if you meet someone new and you want to have a conversation in English, asking about their routine is a great topic. It's friendly, it's easy, and everyone has a routine to talk about.
Exactly. So here are some simple questions. What time do you wake up? What do you usually have for breakfast? How do you get to work? What do you do in the evenings? Do you exercise? What time do you go to bed? All of these are natural conversational questions that you can use with anyone.
And they're all simple present tense questions because, again, we're asking about habits and routines. What do you usually do? How do you go to work? When do you eat dinner? Easy and natural.
And here's a tip for answering questions like this. You do not need to give a long answer every time. A short, natural answer is completely fine. I wake up at 7. I take the subway. I usually eat at home. Short is good.
Short is beautiful. Do not be afraid of short sentences. Short sentences are your friends. They're clear, they're easy, they're confident. You don't need to say 100 words. Sometimes 5 words is perfect.
Well said.
Okay, let's do a quick recap of today's lesson before we say goodbye, because I want to make sure everyone is leaving with clear notes in their heads. Jenny, want to go through the highlights?
Absolutely. So today we talked about daily routines, how to describe what you do every day in English. Key grammar point, use the simple present tense for habits and routines. I wake up. I eat. I go. Not I am waking up, just I wake up.
Yes, simple present for routines. Burn that into your memory.
We learned vocabulary for the morning routine, wake up, brush teeth, get dressed, have breakfast, get ready.
We learned work and school phrases, go to work, have a meeting, take a break, have lunch. Evening phrases, come home, cook dinner, watch TV, take a walk, go to bed, fall asleep.
And we learned time expressions in the morning, at 7, before, after, every day. And frequency adverbs, always, usually, sometimes, never. Lots of good stuff today.
And we practiced with full example routines, so you heard what it sounds like when all of this comes together in real sentences. And the challenge for this week, describe your daily routine in English. Try to write 5 to 10 sentences about your typical day. Use the vocabulary from today. Use the simple present tense. Use some frequency adverbs. And then, if you're feeling brave, say it out loud. Stand in front of a mirror or record yourself on your phone and just say it. You will learn so much from doing that, I promise you.
That's a great challenge, and if you want to share your routine with us, you can leave it in the comments. We love reading what our listeners write. It's always so interesting to see how different people's days are around the world.
Yes, leave your routine in the comments. I read every single one, and I genuinely love them. And who knows, maybe we'll read some in a future episode.
All right, that's all for today's episode of the Learning Lab. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. We know your time is valuable, and we're really grateful you chose to learn with us today.
Truly, thank you. This show only exists because of you, the people listening. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's the best thing you can do to support the show. It's free, it's easy, and it means you'll never miss a new episode. We come out with new content every week, and trust me, you don't want to miss what we have coming up.
And if you really enjoyed today, please leave us a rating or a review. It helps other English learners find the show, and it makes us incredibly happy.
It does make us incredibly happy. Like, genuinely, we do a little celebration every time we get a new review. There may or may not be a small dance involved.
There's definitely a dance.
Okay, fine. There is a dance. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm James.
And I'm Jenny.
And this has been the Learning Lab. Keep learning, keep practicing, and remember, every English sentence you say is progress, even if it's small, even if it's just, I wake up at 7. That counts. That's real. We're proud of you.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.